A report into the deadly Uvalde, Texas school shooting outlines a series of failures by multiple law enforcement agencies. Surveillance video from inside Robb Elementary was released alongside the report. The footage you're about to see may be considered disturbing to some viewers. The committee of Texas state lawmakers highlighted a lack of urgency and leadership by those involved in the response to the attack that killed 21 people. Hundreds of law enforcement officers were at the scene of the shooting, but waited more than an hour to confront the attacker. That's just one of the findings from this 77-page report. For more on it, let's bring in Zach Despart. He covers politics for the Texas Tribune. Zach, we appreciate your time. We know Uvalde's acting police chief, Lieutenant Mariano Pargas, was placed on active leave just after this report came out. What were the reasons given for that?
Good evening, Scott. As you had outlined, this is the most comprehensive recount to date of the shooting at Robb Elementary on May 24th and the police response to it. The mayor of Uvalde, in announcing that this commander being put on leave, did not give specific reasons for it, but the report outlines severe incompetence and hesitancy on the behalf of police from a number of different agencies, including the Uvalde police, and responding to that scene. Of course, it underscores the finding that police, after initially engaging the shooter, when they quickly arrived at the school, they were shot at, they were treated, and instead of regrouping and immediately going after that suspect again, they waited for more than an hour before going back into that classroom and killing that gunman.
The previous reports had blamed Uvalde Schools Police Chief Pete Arredondo and his failure in his role as incident commander. Did the 77-page report come to that same conclusion?
What was significant about this report is that it cast a far wider net in terms of who is to blame for the flawed police response. Yes, plenty of the reporting and the accountability to date has been about Schools Police Chief Pete Arredondo and his failures as the incident commander of the scene. However, this report lays out all the different law enforcement that responded to this scene. 5 officers were from Arredondo's department, 91 were from the state police, and 150 were from the U.S. Border Patrol. The committee that wrote this report found that those better equipped agencies, the state police and the federal police, had opportunities when they saw that Arredondo was not acting like the on-scene commander, was not taking charge, to take charge themselves, and they did not do so.
Now, the report's criticizing law enforcement, but also criticizing the school itself in this. What did it find there?
An entire section of the report is devoted to the physical security limitations and failures of Robb Elementary itself. The school was built in the 1950s. It is an aging facility. There was documentation of number of doors and locks that weren't working. It specifically noted that the door through which police believe the shooter entered the classroom, that interior door, had been reported to school administrators as malfunctioning, that the lock was not working properly, and yet there was no documentation that any work was done to repair that door. More broadly, there was described a culture of teachers, administrators, custodial staff propping up doors, propping them open, not properly locking them as they're supposed to, and the administrators, the school police, not doing a good enough job of ensuring that teachers, according to their policy, always keep those doors locked.
Are the officials or the families of the victims still criticizing lack of transparency by police? Now we have this big report that provides a lot of revelations.
Yes, this report is comprehensive. It is a big step forward in terms of transparency. However, for example, some families are frustrated that we don't actually have the voluminous investigative materials upon which this report is based. Some of the other body cam footage, some of the internal communication, some of the 911 calls, the actual interviews for this committee were done behind closed doors. We don't have those transcripts yet. So there is a much more that the public officials can do to let the community know all of the information they had upon which they base these conclusions in terms of the flawed police response and the failures of school authorities as well.
Still learning a lot more, still more to learn from here. Zach Despart's in Texas. Zach, thank you for joining us.